You could feel it in the air even before the first note was struck, a kind of electric stillness that envelopes a venue before it transforms into something unforgettable. Glasgow's Hampden Park was not just preparing for a concert, it was on the verge of a significant moment. The kind of moment that stays with you long after the lights fade and the crowd disperses. That night, Kendrick Lamar and SZA offered more than just music, they delivered something truly meaningful. I was lucky enough to witness it. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. I arrived early, hours before the first beat, and stepped into a stadium that was slowly coming to life. The initial stillness was almost eerie. The only sounds were the quiet movements of technicians securing cables, lighting crews adjusting their setups, and hospitality staff preparing linens and checking glasses. Yet, amidst that silence, there was a palpable energy in the air, suggesting that something remarkable was about to happen. Backstage, the organization was impressive. Hampden's kitchen was bustling as staff, led by head chef Colin Dempsey, prepared gourmet meals for the exclusive suites overlooking the field. These were not your average pre-show snacks. This was fine dining with a view of what would soon be the center of musical excitement in the UK. Behind every closed door, a team was executing a meticulously planned strategy to ensure that once the show started, everything would run smoothly. Sodexo Live was not just handling food and drinks, they were orchestrating the entire experience. From the top VIP suites to the main concourse, their attention to detail made the scale of the event feel effortless. This level of professionalism is what you would expect from a team that operates at the Eiffel Tower and Hollywood Bowl. Yet, there was still something distinctly Glaswegian about it all, a gritty charm and genuine hospitality that made even the upscale elements feel accessible. As the gates opened, the unsettling quiet transformed into a rush of fans flooding in. 50,000 strong, each person carried their own memories of Kendrick Lamar's sharp lyrics and SZA's captivating voice. As they settled in, the atmosphere began to buzz with excitement. People sang while finding their seats, and some even danced in the aisles before the lights dimmed. Strangers exchanged high fives over their favorite songs and speculated about the setlist. This was more than mere excitement, it was a collective experience. Then, right at 8 p.m., the lights went out. A deep bass reverberated through the concrete structure of the stadium. Amidst the thick smoke, a black GNX muscle car gradually rolled onto the stage, its headlights piercing through the fog. The crowd's cheers grew louder, escalating into a deafening roar that seemed capable of lifting the roof off Hampden. Kendrick stepped out of the car, dressed entirely in black and silent, a moment of tranquility before the lyrical storm. He kicked off the performance with Whacked Out Murals, a track that has become emblematic of this stage in Kendrick's career. It was dark, relentless, and powerful. Then the beat shifted, and Squabble Up hit the audience like a shockwave. Each line struck with precision as Kendrick moved across the stage, radiating the confidence of an artist completely in control of his craft. His eyes scanned the crowd. He wasn't there to entertain but to assert his authority. Without pausing, he transitioned into TV Off, delivering a live version that was even more intense than the studio recording, accompanied by visuals of static, surveillance cameras, and flickering city scenes. Red lights sliced through the smoke as Kendrick delivered each lyric like a sermon. Just when it seemed the crowd couldn't get any louder, SZA made her entrance. She didn't walk, she glided. Wearing a custom tartan kilt as a nod to Scotland, she took the stage as if it had always been hers. Love galore filled the stadium like incense. Her voice, a mix of silk and emotion, enveloped the audience, momentarily silencing them. Then came Broken Clocks, followed by The Weeknd, with 50,000 voices singing along to every word. There was a softness to her presence, yet never any fragility. SZA is fully aware of her identity. She doesn't just perform songs. She makes you feel as though you've lived them. The performance unfolded in 9 distinct segments, each introducing a change in mood, story, and sound, transforming the concert into a vibrant narrative. It wasn't just a showcase of Kendrick followed by SZA. It was Kendrick striking a balance between chaos and clarity, while SZA combined tenderness with strength, both inspiring each other to push their limits. Kendrick's second appearance was nothing short of explosive. The song Element hit the audience with incredible intensity, followed by All Right, which resonated even more deeply in a stadium filled with fans raising their hands and singing along. There was no need for elaborate theatrics. Kendrick captivated the crowd with just his breath, rhythm, and lyrics. Later, Money Trees stirred feelings of nostalgia, transforming Hampden from a stadium into a backyard gathering in Compton. Then came Euphoria, which dramatically changed the atmosphere. The song, intense, precise, and emotionally charged, showcased Kendrick's most raw performance of the night. The audience didn't just listen, they engaged fully, absorbing every word. SZA returned like a cherished dream. Her performances of Snooze, Low, and Nobody Gets Me were delivered with such emotional depth that it was almost overwhelming. The stage glowed with a violet, celestial light. At one point, she floated above the crowd on a suspended platform, singing Supermodel like a comforting lullaby for the heartbroken. Whether attendees came for the rap or the ballads, they experienced both at an extraordinary level rarely seen in live shows. Then came the highlight, All the Stars. SZA and Kendrick reunited on opposite sides of the stage, gradually rising above the audience on twin platforms. Spotlights shot upward as the entire stadium sang the chorus in unison, creating a moment that felt almost sacred. But Kendrick still had more to offer. The final segment was pure energy. Meet the Grahams was delivered with fierce intensity, while 616 in Ella was so focused and commanding that it emphasized that this was more than just entertainment, it was a legacy being created in real time. Then came Not Like Us. A monumental moment. When the beat dropped, the crowd erupted. It transcended being merely a song. It became a celebration, a challenge, a victory lap. Glasgow roared every lyric, flags waved, people jumped, and some even cried. Kendrick let the audience take over the hook, smiling faintly as he moved across the stage like a king, allowing his subjects to chant their anthem. He played it again. And again. 3 times in total, each time louder than the last. As the final echoes of Not Like Us faded, SZA returned, and they wrapped up the concert with Luther and Gloria. Luther resonated with gospel influences, Kendrick's voice filled with conviction. Gloria was ethereal, with SZA drawing the crowd in one last time, as if tucking them in after an emotional whirlwind. When the show concluded, the audience remained motionless, reluctant to leave. Confetti cascaded from above, the lights slowly brightened, and everyone stood in place, attempting to absorb the incredible experience they had just witnessed. 53 songs. 2.5 hours. No breaks. No autopilot. Just pure artistry. There were a few minor hiccups. Some of SZA's softer tracks were slightly drowned out by bass early in her set. Yet, even those instances felt like part of the overall chaos, reminiscent of small flaws in a stained glass artwork. They didn't diminish the experience. Instead, they contributed to its authenticity. From the food to the fireworks, the lighting to the lyrics, every element of the performance was exceptional. However, the true triumph was the connection forged between the artist and the audience, the city and its story, and between two of music's extraordinary talents, Kendrick Lamar and SZA, who turned a Tuesday night in Glasgow into a memorable event that will be cherished for years. This was more than just a concert, it was a pivotal moment. It reminded us that music, at its best, is not just background noise. It holds meaning, presence, and power. In Hampden Park, situated in a city celebrated for its passion, resilience, and spirit, Kendrick and SZA found their perfect audience. They delivered a performance that showcased why we love live music in the first place. Not for perfection, but for connection. And on this night, connection was the star of the show. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.